Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today I'm going to take a look at how the past is affecting you in your current situation. Now, the Justice card came out for this week, and with it I feel that maybe part of the obstacle is that maybe Pisces, you haven't had balance. For me, the card of Justice is balance or fair decisions being made, and I feel that you're always looking for that in your life. Okay, there may be something that you're always looking to make sure that everything is fair and balanced across the board, and that may be affecting your current situation and anything that you're doing. So I'm going to be taking from the Cosmic Journey Oracle, and as well as the Tarot of Mystical Moments, to be doing your reading here. And if you need to find these, it's in the link called Find a Deck, and they're in alphabetical order on that website. And yeah, they're affiliate links, so that helps the channel as well. So when I was looking at this as well, we're still dealing with the Goblins card. So what affects your past, the goblins of the past. I feel that maybe you have not always felt like things were fair or equitable for you. And that has shaped the way you think about things or how you go through life. It may be the first thing that you look for, just because you've been conditioned to do so. So we're going to take a look here and see what we can get. You are perfectly imperfect. Yes, so that's what I'm feeling here, is that if you're looking for this always being fair in your life, you're going to realize that things are often not fair. And to live in that, to live with that prerequisite of everything you do may be hard. I'm not saying always be the one to take the brunt of the unfairness. That's not really what this is saying. It's just saying that this is shaping up how your mind does things. 34/7, you're always assessing, you know, is this situation fair? Is it equitable? Is it right? And that's a good thing. But when you let it always guide you in every single decision that you do, it may be hard to do. I'm going to look at what this has to say here. We somehow want to be seen as perfect with no defects, holes, or scars, but those imperfections make you more beautiful rather than less. They give you more empathy and more strength to face anything. When your heart is cracked wide open, the light finds its way in. That's how the song of our soul can flow into our lives. Okay, so I'm hearing Spirit as well, thinking that maybe you have judged yourself as being unbalanced or not perfectly perfect or perfectly balanced in your life. And in that judgment, you have restricted the reasons why you're not fairly compensated. It's because you don't measure up, okay? Measuring up across the board in perfect balance, okay? Crack wide open, your pain has meaning, your sorrow has held tremendous significance beyond what you may have considered already. Embrace it all, because your healed wounds become the medicine our world desperately needs now. It says, a cosmic catalyst is what greater meaning can I now see coming from my greatest suffering? Okay? And cosmic checkboxes list 5 situations that cracked you wide open and take an elevated view. What have you learned from those situations? What good things in your life would not have without having experienced that situation or having learned what you did? Right. So the meaning in the book is a little bit different than the meaning that I'm catching from Spirit, but they're telling me that the whatever was read is meaningful to some of you. Okay? So, like I said, when I saw this, I thought you are perfectly imperfect. Exactly. Okay? I feel that you need to not judge yourself or others so harshly on having that perfect balance. The Six of Pentacles would be a better card for you to base yourself on. What is balance to you? Okay, equal but not balanced, but not equal to. I've said that quite a few times from a shoe. So we have the High Priestess, and with it the King of Cups. Okay, so what you need to work on when it comes to your past. You have to look at every situation as if brand new, Pisces. Okay? You have to trust more your intuition than what you've been taught. And I feel that as well, because there are always going to be turbulent situations. As well with the King of Cups, it's deep based on your water, your emotion, Pisces, and you really want to tap into that at this point. The breakthrough of the situation, the 369, the spiral, is for you to get to the point where you have no expectations of how it's going to turn out. Okay, I always love this card because it's like the crocodile is offering you a flower, a beautiful flower, and you're thinking to yourself, it's gorgeous, but you know it's a crocodile, okay? Or maybe you don't. Or maybe when you see the crocodile, you'll have expectations of that crocodile being, you know, nefarious. And the part of this is that every situation is independently different than the next, okay? What you consider balance, justice, and fair in this or past situations may not be at all what it is like now, okay? There is perfection in the imperfect situations that you will be coming up to, and you may find balance in places that you may have never thought of, but you have to consult a different set of energies than just what you know, okay? Don't limit yourself to the energies that you've always relied on. Be open for new, okay? Make your decisions, but make them, there's a great breakthrough waiting for you. You will be given the key in how you're going to deal with it, and it deals with a lot of, you know, the cosmos. I love this as well because in both of these you have ships, okay? And if you could actually put them side by side, it's almost like the waters are following each other. Do you see that? Okay? So you have, as Pisces, you have great capacity of inner wisdom, of intuition. And you also have shelter from the storm. So they're saying to use that to find a different way of seeing things, okay? And not always going, well, that situation's not going to work for me because it doesn't look equitable or fair or balanced or equal to what it's always been. Look beyond that, okay? All right. So let's see what else they want you to pay attention to, Pisces. The Eight of Pentacles. The Star. The World in reverse. As soon as the World came in reverse, all I heard is don't count your chickens before they hatch. This is, again, a thing of don't rely on the culmination or the completion. Don't base yourself on the end journey or how it's going to end up. You know, it's like going, the goals, this is what I'm going to do to get to the goal or to the end game of this. All I can hear is like, don't have such pre-set ways of getting to the conclusion, okay? You may be surprised. So, This is what she's working on in this, in the Eight of Pentacles, is she's painting a new butterfly wing, okay? Something that's bigger and better and more suited to this butterfly, I guess, okay? The other ones are much smaller. This one is the big one, okay? This is the big butterfly. It's the big transformation. So they're saying that this thing from the past that you're dealing with, this sense of fair play, this sense of being fairly compensated for everything, it's almost like having a tit for a tat type of thing. This is, if you can get around that in a different way, like I said, it doesn't mean that you have people doing you wrong or running you over or, you know, taking advantage of you. It's just simply a different way of looking at things, a different perspective of how things end up, that sometimes in imperfection, it's perfect for you in its own way. And you have the star here again. See that? You have the star here, the star card. It's going to shine a light, absolutely, and illuminate the situation in a way that you had not thought of. There's a lot of things here on shifting the way you think, okay? I've noticed that in the last couple weeks, there's a lot of, look at it this way, look at it that way, don't look at it this way, try looking at it this way. And the reason they're doing that is because an open mind has a lot more solutions that come in. A lot more things can come in and make a lot more sense. They're telling me, the more I learn, the less I know. It's such a weird thing. I always thought that doesn't make any sense. But I found that every day that I do this, every month, every week, every day that I speak of something, when I am giving you this information, I'm also storing it and understanding that I do a lot of these things as well. And that I'm essentially saying that everything that I've put in my goodie bag, like things have to be equitable and fair, and the world has to be fair in order for it to work, is not exactly perfectly the truth. Okay? There's a lot of room for improvement in that statement. And this is what they're trying to help the world see. Don't be so strict on how things are supposed to be. Give it flexibility. Give it room to grow. Give it room to not really know what the next situation will bring. Okay? Don't try to beat the odds before you get there. Don't try to predict the outcome, because sometimes you're really restricting the amount of possible outcomes you could have. Okay, so let's see what they want you to pay attention to, Pisces. King of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Ooh, a lot of court cards, a lot of like master energy and those different signs, and the Page of Cups, right? Okay, so what they want you to pay attention to always, and the Six of Wands, the Victory, the beautiful flower, okay? It's really nice. Okay, so I'm getting something. It's right at the edge, but it's not quite there. I'm going to leave it there for now. The King of Pentacles. First, the one thing I could hear was growth. Growth and abundance. When you open yourself up to different opportunities, you let the Sun in with the Queen of Wands, you let that joyful exploration, that confidence, that inspiration and creativity to come in. And in a very powerful and, you know, expert level kind of way. As well with the King of Pentacles, same thing. You get the very successful and abundant energy that puts you above everything, puts you above the crowd. There's so much growth willing to come in simply by opening and cracking the door. They're showing me a lot of light. Just opening the door a little bit, letting some more light come in. You're shining into the corners that you didn't see before. I like that very much. And in those corners, there's a lot of wealth, a lot of knowledge for you to grasp, a lot more choices to take with you, to really grow with, making you even more of yourself. The Page of Cups, okay? It's going to fuel your dreams and fuel your journey and fuel your nature of who you are, Pisces. Pisces are dreamers. Dreamers have no limitations. Dreamers have great imaginations. They can make things appear that in our physical world are not possible. Does that mean that they do not exist? Absolutely not. If you can see it in your imagination, then it exists, okay? It's just not material. So that's not the same thing. Just if it exists in one realm doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just even if it doesn't exist in this right here, what you're looking at, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist somewhere else. And to have such abilities and such grand vision as we do, Pisces, setting limitations on what should be and shouldn't be perfect in our lives can really curtail who we are. And that is really what this is saying. Don't curtail your awesome exploration of all things, okay? So I'm looking at these cards here. The breakthrough, okay? The star moment of this reading is realizing that, again, in the imperfection, in the lessons, in the things that we go through, as they were talking about, through our assessment, we learned that everything can be used and utilized to grow, to get better, to shine a light on a situation, to make us the star, to elevate us higher, okay, into the moment and more of being who we are. And the growth that we are experiencing in this is because we can't forget who we are, Pisces. We are the very intuitive, very emotionally, we can function in a storm. We have water as our element. So when the storm is raging in the water, we can dive deeper or find shelter. That is our greatest asset, okay? Is what I'm hearing is our greatest asset. And we can't forget that. We can't suddenly forget that we are water. So you simply have to tap back into that and then work it around to make it grow, okay? So affecting our past, always affecting the Six of Wands, what we're not seeing, what we are not seeing, is that we have indomitable spirit. And I think that's the word. I'm sorry if I massacred it. It just came in. But our... And the Justice card is under. Look at this. Look at this. It's at both sides, okay? That we balance things out in ourselves. We have the spirit to make things work so that the scales work. Does that mean that they're perfectly balanced? Probably not, but we can make them so, okay? And that's the other aspect of this Justice card, what you're not seeing, is that this has not just been bad, it's been very good for you, okay? Where there was imbalance, you've created balance for yourself, okay? That bird may not have gone the full distance, or you may not have gotten flight, but you managed, okay? You managed, you succeeded. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's not your final destination. You will continue doing this. You will continue going forward. You are truly a magical being, always, Pisces. You can create the perfect situation from how your past has been played. You've just got to remember not to constrain yourself to certain limitations when it comes to this. Okay? You have to keep growing, okay? You have to have that breakthrough to keep growing and keep going. Because in openness is abundance, always, always. And not trying to figure out the outcome. You're going to shine a light down the path to continue going. And you're going to keep shining. There's light all across here. There's the star. There's the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of light in your future. You've just got to be the light and you have to shine the light. You have tremendous gifts. Don't try to figure out the ending before you get there. And if you don't, and you're in the present moment, you will shine and be who you are, Pisces. Ultimately who you're meant to be, which is a wonderful, limitless dreamer. All right, Pisces. So this has been your morning reading, and we were talking about how the past is affecting you with the Justice card, with everything that came out. I'm going to come back and do the extended later. I thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings. Please make sure to like this video, comment below, share it if you like. That helps. Everything helps, and I thank you so very much. Take care, Pisces.